Hey guys, we're going to cover how to study for the analysis exam for RCM. There's no systematic way of studying. That's sort of the weird part about this exam. There's no set textbook that everybody uses. I'll just show you what I did. Start with the syllabus. They are telling you what they are going to test you on. Keep in mind that this is the 2002 edition. That's a while back. They may have changed things. A lot of the websites that I'm going to be talking about today may change in the future or may not exist in the future. So this is the one exam that's going to be sort of in the air all the time. Generally, this is how it works. I think they give you 2 fugues from Bach's Well-Tempered Clavier. Then they give you a piece from the classical and romantic periods. Ooh, they actually tell you what forms they're going to be in, okay? Binary, rounded binary, ternary, theme and variations, rondo, including sonata rondo, and sonata form. Hint, go and look these up. Okay? Then they're going to give you an art song from the 19th century. So this is going to be a song. There's going to be lyrics to it. Hint, hint. They're probably going to ask you something about how the lyrics and the music might go together. It says solo songs in strophic, modified strophic, or through composed forms. Go look those up. The relationship of text and music. Ha! See? I told you. Translations will be provided as needed. Okay, so if you don't understand German, it's fine. It's okay. The last piece they're going to give you is a short post-1900 work. Something weird. Music composed after 1900 demonstrating any of the following elements. Scale types. Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, chromatic, whole tone, pentatonic, various types of pentatonic, octatonic, and blues. Chord types, triad-based chords, quartal chords, clusters based on various scales, usually octatonic or whole tone, okay? Polychords. Then they'll also ask you about textures, pedal, ostinato, parallelism, contrary motion, and imitation. They will move on to manipulation of melodic ideas, transposition, octave displacement, inversion, retrograde, and retrograde inversion. So, books that I used. I know for sure I used this. This is the Materials of Western Music Part 2 by William G. Andrews and Molly Sclater or Slater, whatever. I am totally butchering her name. I used the very end of it. Texture of Fugal Exposition. I also used Intermediate Structural Analysis, covering forms including binary, which includes symmetrical, asymmetrical, and rounded, ternary, rondo, and sonata form. And I think they go over the sonata rondo. If they don't, look it up on the internet. Plenty of exercises. Now the fun part. This is where you have to get creative because you are probably not going to find most of what you need to know for the exams in here. I'm going to give you a few resources. Let's start with the big one, Teoria.com. It's amazing. What is a scale? Look at that! It's animated! Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm being a bit of a nerd. Musical forms. There you go. This is the place to go if you're looking up forms to do with like ternary, binary. Sonata form is in here. Yeah, rondo's in here as well. You guys can browse around, okay? This is sort of a side note, but this is really great for you people taking practical exams and you have to do ear training. This is the place to go. They do everything you possibly need. Music theory reference. Now, if you don't know the name of something, this is your glossary. Go look it up. They'll tell you everything you need to know. People probably shouldn't tell you this, but Wikipedia actually has a pretty comprehensive music theory kind of base. Actually, we're going to go now and see what comes up. Quartal chords. Boom! Quartal and quintal harmony. Dun, 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 dun. Look, they even have like colored everything. It's amazing. My friend showed me this site. It was kind of amazing in terms of like learning about the fugue. How to analyze a fugue. Done! They tell you about what an exposition is, developmental episode, concluding sections. They have links to everything. If you don't understand something, Wikipedia it. For the art songs, I already knew what strophic, modified strophic, and through composed means. If you don't know what that means, Wikipedia it. And then relationship of the text and music. You can't study for that. I'm sorry. You just have to look at it in the moment and kind of come up with something. Now, for actually analyzing it, you need the past examination papers. You need to get used to how the exam works. So they give you a couple pages of questions, and these questions correspond to entire pieces that they print here. Look at that. Isn't that insane? That's all one exam. That's all just music. They tell you to identify different parts of the fugue, what the key is for certain parts of it. They walk you through how Bach composed it. So like what was the general like progression that he used. They'll ask you random things really. They'll say like, oh, this part in measure 78 was very similar to what other measure from before, and then you have to list out the measures. So for sonata, memorize this kind of sonata form, okay? You have to know that an exposition has a theme 1A and a theme 1B and a transition and a theme 2 and a codetta. This stuff, hint, hint, usually is the same, but they'll give you the measure numbers, okay? Go to the printed sonata, look at it, and make sure that you are actually writing down the corresponding one. Then they make you list out the keys. That's pretty self-explanatory. They give you the measure numbers. There's a type of sequence in this measure to that measure. A lot of them are descending fifths, okay? What other kind of sequence are they going to test you on, right? This motive is like that motive in what measure? In F major, what would you call this chord in this particular measure? Know your augmented sixth, by the way, and your applied dominance. They say, oh, Beethoven did something weird. So what weird thing did he do? And they're going to tell you exactly what bar numbers to look at. And then you kind of need to like look before, what did he do before, and just compare. It's pretty self-explanatory. Symbolize the harmony for measures 157 to 162 inclusive. Inclusive means including 162. Dominant preparation. You should go over that as well. Now for the art song. Name the type of song. I said it was through composed. State the reason. If you know what through composed means, you'll know the reason. This is a dialogue between two characters. How is it like it? And I said, oh, because it's like two different keys, and two different keys are like two different characters. Oh! How does she want to bring out the terror? Oh, there's a sudden change of key. Oh! Briefly explain how she want brings out the threatening character of the last two lines of the program. He changes key again. Oh! And then they give you the words plus the translation. Oh! Then there's Sad Fairy Tale by Vladimir Bloch. I have no idea who he is. Name the tonic. Name the type of scale. Harmonic minor. Oh, how easy was that? Give the term that best describes the function of this motive in the piece. I said it was an ostinato. If you guys don't know what an ostinato is, look it up. Name the type of scale. I said it was whole tone. And they give you like the specific measure numbers that they want you to look at. Okay, so they basically guide you through what you need to answer. Label the root of this particular chord. Name an interval? What the heck? So I said that the form of the piece was binary, so you just give a reason why you labeled it that way. And briefly explain how the music suggests the title. You can look at it and just kind of figure it out. I said that the harmonic minor key is exotic, so it's like a fairy. Because dolente means sadly, and it's slow, and it ends with an augmented fourth, which is the devil's interval. So it's a sad fairy tale. Oh, come on. I mean, really? So that's generally how it goes. That's only one example of the exams. Your job is to go and look at how the other exams work. You need to get a good grip of what you know and what you don't know. These practice exams you need to treat as your workbook. If there's any questions in here that you're like, what? You can even look up the pieces on the internet. An analysis will probably like spring up, and you'll probably see how another person analyzed it. I have some more websites, but that's really for people who are really gung-ho about doing a lot of reading for this exam. Most of what I just covered right now should be good for you guys. Let me know if you have any more questions, because I obviously can't cover everything in one video. I'm already done all the exams, so whatever changes happen now, I won't be aware of. So if there's any changes that have happened, make sure you comment below and let everyone else know who's going to be watching this video, because really this video is only going to be watched by people taking RCM exams. Good luck on your exams, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!